Question 1. You are in the process of making information available to project stakeholders in a timely manner. Which of the following statements are true? Cost reporting systems and time reporting systems are tools, techniques you can use in this process. Forecasts and performance reports are outputs of this process. You need the communications management plan as one of the process inputs. You are in the project monitoring and controlling process group. Answer C is the correct choice. You need the communications management plan as one of the process inputs. Question 2. You are managing a software project. You are partway through the project and your team has just delivered a preliminary version of part of the software. You are holding a weekly status meeting when one of the team members points out that an important stakeholder is running into a problem with one of the features of the current software. The team member feels that there is a risk that the stakeholder will ask for a change in that feature, even though that change would be out of scope of the current release. And if the stakeholder requests that change, there is a high probability that the change control board would approve the change. What is the best action to take next? Mitigate the risk by asking a team member to get familiar with the feature of the software that might be changed. Schedule a meeting with the stakeholder to discuss the risk. Add the risk to the risk register and gather information about its probability and impact. Add the risk to the issue log and revisit it when there is more information. Answer C is the correct choice. Add the risk to the risk register and gather information about its probability and impact. Question 3. While identifying risks for a new construction project, you discover that a chemical you are using on your building cannot be applied in rainy conditions. You also learn that your project will be ready for the chemical application around the time when most of the rainfall happens in this part of the country. Since the project can't be delayed until after the rainy season, and you need to make sure the building gets the chemical coating, you decide that your team will just have to work around the rain. This is an example of which strategy? Mitigate, exploit, accept, transfer. Answer C is the correct choice. Accept. Question 4. Which of the following is not a tool or technique of qualitative risk analysis? Risk urgency assessment, expected monetary value analysis, probability and impact matrix, risk categorization. Answer B is the correct choice. Expected monetary value analysis. Question 5. You are the project manager for a software company developing wireless mobile applications. You are currently in the risk identification process where you are trying to identify and document all the risks that might impact your project. You have assembled your experts both from inside and outside the company. You have asked them to fill out an anonymous questionnaire to identify potential risks of the project. The experts will then mail back the questionnaire directly to you. Once you have received the feedback forms, you intend to organize the responses in order to compile a final list of potential project risks. Which of the following best describes the techniques are you using? Brainstorming, Delphi technique, nominal group technique, lateral thinking. Answer B is the correct choice. Delphi technique. Question 6. Alberto is a project manager of a software implementation project. His company has made an organization-wide decision to move to a new accounting and human resource software package. He has read that some projects to implement the same package have resulted in the loss of personnel data when they try to import it into the new system. He backs up the data so that it could be restored in the event of such a problem, but also buys insurance to cover the cost of keying in the data manually if the implementation doesn't work. Which response strategies are Alberto using? Mitigating and accepting, mitigating and avoiding, mitigating and transferring, mitigating and sharing. Answer C is the correct choice. Mitigating and transferring. Question 7. One-way contract closure differs from administrative closure is administrative closure involves the stakeholders and the team. Contract closure involves only the team but not the stakeholders. Administrative closure defines actions the team must take. Contract closure defines legal commitments. Administrative closure means verifying that the project is complete or terminated. Contract closure means verifying that the contract terms are satisfied. Administrative closure is performed by the seller. Contract closure is performed by the buyer. Answer C is the correct choice. Administrative closure means verifying that the project is complete or terminated. Contract closure means verifying that the contract terms are satisfied. Question 8. A project manager is negotiating with a contractor. Neither has a good idea of how long the project will take or how much the materials will cost. Which contract type is most appropriate for this project? Cost plus fixed fee, time and material, cost plus percentage of cost, fixed price. Answer B is the correct choice. Time and material. Question 9. Which of the following contracts has the most risk for seller? Cost plus fixed fee, time and materials, cost plus percentage of cost, fixed price. Answer D is the correct choice. Fixed price. Question 10. Which of the following best describes the records management system? A system to store contracts and project records for future project managers to reference. A library that stores the lessons learned for past projects. A filing system to store paid invoices. A system to store human resource records, salary information, and work performance history. Answer A is the correct choice. A system to store contracts and project records for future project managers to reference.